Okay, before we start, I need to ask you something. Why does our brain completely stop working the moment someone asks, "So, how was your day?"
Because most of us don't actually process our day. We just move from one thing to another until suddenly it's nighttime.
Exactly. Like today, I woke up already tired somehow. I checked my phone for 5 minutes, and then magically 35 minutes disappeared from my life.
Phones are dangerous in the morning. One notification becomes a full documentary about somebody living in a van in Norway.
Yes, and then you sit there questioning your whole life before brushing your teeth.
That escalated very fast.
Anyway, if somebody randomly found this episode while avoiding work, cleaning their room, or pretending to study, this is Random English Podcast. I'm Jack.
And I'm Sarah. We talk about real life in simple, natural English, the kind people actually use every day.
No robotic textbook conversations.
No, hello, sir. I am absolutely fine today.
The weather is quite pleasant this afternoon, Sarah.
Please stop.
Sorry, that physically hurt me too.
So today, we're talking about something that sounds easy, but honestly isn't. Talking about your day naturally in English.
Because when people learn English, they usually know grammar. But then somebody asks, "How was your day?" And suddenly their brain becomes empty.
They panic and say the safest sentence possible.
My day was good.
I ate food.
I went somewhere.
Thank you.
Wrong conversation completely.
But seriously, real conversations are messy. People don't always explain things perfectly. Sometimes we change topics suddenly, forget words, complain for 10 minutes straight.
Or tell one tiny story with way too much unnecessary detail.
That's literally you.
It is me. Yesterday, I spent 7 minutes explaining why my coffee tasted emotionally disappointing.
Emotionally disappointing is actually such a dramatic phrase.
But accurate.
Fair enough.
I think the biggest problem is that people try too hard to sound perfect in English. But in real life, even native speakers speak in a messy way sometimes.
Especially when they're tired.
Or hungry.
Or mentally exhausted after pretending to be productive all day.
Ah, yes. Pretending to work while opening the same app every 10 minutes.
Honestly, some days feel busy without anything important happening.
That's the perfect description. Like, you do 20 small things, answer random messages, overthink 3 conversations from last week.
And suddenly, your energy is gone.
Then somebody asks, "How was your day?" And you genuinely don't know what to say anymore.
Exactly. Because some days are not good or bad. They're just strange.
Yeah, weirdly exhausting.
Or emotionally confusing for no clear reason.
Those are the hardest days to explain, actually.
And that's why today's episode is important. Because talking about your day naturally is not about using difficult English.
It's about describing feelings, little moments, small frustrations, normal life stuff.
Like saying, I had a long day. My brain stopped working after lunch. Today felt so slow. I didn't do much, but I'm tired.
Those sentences sound simple, but they sound real.
And real English is always easier to connect with.
Also, people remember emotions more than perfect grammar.
That's true, actually.
Like if someone says, "Today completely drained me," you immediately understand the feeling.
Even if the sentence itself is simple.
Honestly, English becomes easier when you stop trying to sound impressive.
And start sounding human.
That should honestly be our podcast slogan.
Random English Podcast. Sound human, not terrifying.
Perfect. Print the t-shirts immediately.
Nobody would buy them.
I would buy one.
That does not count.
Wow, hurtful start to the episode.
We're only getting started.
You know what I realized recently? Most people don't actually know how to describe their day naturally. The moment someone asks about it, they either become super formal or they say one sentence and stop talking completely.
Yeah, because when your day feels repetitive, your brain automatically thinks nothing interesting happened today. But honestly, small details are what make conversations feel real.
Exactly. Like yesterday, technically I could say, my day was fine, but that wouldn't explain anything. The truth is, my whole day felt chaotic in the dumbest way possible.
What happened?
I woke up late, burned my toast, forgot to reply to an email for 3 hours, and somehow still felt busy the entire day. It felt like my brain never fully woke up.
See, that already sounds way more natural. People connect with details and emotions much more than perfect answers.
And honestly, dramatic English makes everything sound better.
You really enjoy dramatic English.
I do, because there's a huge difference between saying, I was stressed, and saying, my brain was melting all day. One sounds polite, the other sounds real.
That's true, actually. Native speakers exaggerate feelings all the time. That's why conversations sound alive. They're not trying to sound perfect every second.
I think learners put too much pressure on themselves sometimes. Real conversations are messy. People pause, forget words, suddenly change topics. Sometimes they don't even finish their thoughts properly.
Which is exactly what you're doing right now.
I know. My sentence started confidently and then completely fell apart halfway through.
But honestly, that's natural speaking. Nobody talks in perfect paragraphs all day, especially when they're mentally tired.
Those mentally tired days are the worst, though. Nothing terrible happens, but somehow by nighttime, you still feel emotionally drained.
I hate those days. You spend the whole day checking messages, switching between apps, thinking about unfinished work, and suddenly your energy is gone for no clear reason.
Yes, and then guilt shows up too. You start lying in bed thinking, what did I even do today? Even though your brain has been active nonstop since morning.
Modern life makes people mentally exhausted in really strange ways. Your body might be resting, but your mind keeps running all day.
Exactly. Sometimes you're not physically tired, you're emotionally tired, or socially tired, or just tired of thinking constantly.
And these are the things people should learn to talk about in English. Not just, I woke up at 7 and ate breakfast. Real conversations usually include feelings and reactions, too.
Or tiny stories. Tiny stories make conversations so much better. Like this morning, I went outside planning to be productive, and somehow, 10 minutes later, I was standing in a shop buying snacks I absolutely did not need.
Your productivity lasted less than one podcast intro.
The second I see snacks, my personality changes completely.
See, that's exactly what I mean. Instead of simply saying, I bought snacks, you made the situation feel funny and alive.
Because it was emotional.
Of course it was.
Honestly, listeners should stop worrying so much about sounding advanced. Sometimes the most natural English is also the simplest.
Definitely. Sentences like, today felt weird, or I couldn't focus at all, sound simple, but emotionally real.
And relatable, too. There's something comforting about hearing somebody honestly describe an ordinary, messy day.
Because secretly, most people are living exactly like that.
Yeah, everybody's pretending to have their life together while forgetting passwords, overthinking old conversations, and reheating the same coffee 3 times.
That sentence felt a little too personal.
Same, honestly. Yesterday, I reheated 1 cup of coffee 4 times and still forgot to drink it.
And honestly, that is real-life English. Tiny moments, little frustrations, random stories. That's what makes conversations sound natural instead of robotic.
And once you start speaking this way, English feels less scary. Because now you're not performing anymore. You're just talking.
Which is the real purpose of language anyway.
You know, I think one of the biggest mistakes people make while speaking English is trying too hard to sound impressive.
Yeah, sometimes people use such formal sentences that they stop sounding natural completely.
Exactly. Like, instead of saying, I had a terrible morning, they'll say something like, my morning experience was not satisfactory.
That sounds like somebody reviewing a hotel online.
2 stars. Emotionally upsetting breakfast.
See? That already sounds more natural because it has personality.
That's the thing. Real conversations usually have personality, emotions, reactions, little human details. Perfect grammar alone doesn't make somebody sound fluent.
And honestly, people remember feelings more than vocabulary. If someone says, "Today completely drained me," you immediately understand their mood.
Yeah, and everybody has those days lately. Days where your brain feels heavy for no clear reason.
Sometimes you're not even sad, just mentally full.
Yes, mentally full is the perfect phrase. Too many thoughts, too many notifications, too many unfinished things sitting inside your head all day.
That's why small, honest conversations matter so much, actually. Even casually talking about your day can make you feel lighter.
Especially late at night. I swear, nighttime conversations are always more honest for some reason.
Because people are too tired to pretend anymore.
Honestly true. During the daytime, everybody says, "I'm good." Then at 1 a.m., suddenly people are talking about their life crisis while eating snacks in bed.
Very specific example.
I'm describing society.
Sure you are.
But honestly, I think learning English becomes easier when you stop treating every conversation like a test.
Definitely. You don't need perfect words all the time. Sometimes simple, honest English sounds the most beautiful.
Like saying, "Today felt strange," or "I'm mentally exhausted," or "I don't even know why I'm tired."
Those sentences feel real because people actually live those feelings every day.
And when conversations feel real, people connect with you naturally.
Which is honestly more important than sounding perfect.
You know what's funny? Most people think talking about their day is boring. But honestly, I think small daily conversations are what make people feel connected.
Definitely. Sometimes the simplest sentence can tell you a lot about someone's mental state. Even something like, "Today was exhausting," or "I had a weird day," carries emotion behind it.
Yeah, because most people are carrying things they never fully talk about. Stress, pressure, overthinking, loneliness. And sometimes all they really need is somebody asking, "How was your day?" and actually listening to the answer.
I think that's why late night conversations feel so comforting. People stop pretending everything is perfect.
During the day, everybody acts productive and emotionally stable. Meanwhile, their brain is buffering like slow internet.
That is painfully accurate.
Sorry, this human is currently loading. Please wait.
Honestly, relatable.
But seriously, I think learning how to describe your day naturally is important because it helps conversations feel real. You stop sounding like you memorized English from a textbook and start sounding like yourself.
And that's the goal, actually. Not perfect English, real English, honest English.
Even small sentences can sound beautiful when they're genuine. Like, "Today felt heavy." "I'm tired for no reason." "My brain stopped working after lunch." "I had a slow day, but it was peaceful."
Those kinds of sentences connect with people emotionally because everybody has days like that.
Honestly, I think people feel less alone when they hear someone describe ordinary struggles openly.
Yeah, because suddenly they realize, oh, it's not just me.
Exactly.
Also, after this episode, hopefully nobody answers, "How was your day?" with, "I ate food."
Please, we are trying to evolve as a society.
Slowly, but yes.
Anyway, if you're listening to this while lying in bed, cleaning your room, pretending to work, or staring at the ceiling thinking about life,
We hope this episode made your day feel a little lighter.
and honestly, we'd love to know something.
What's one sentence that perfectly describes your day to day?
Don't overthink it. Just write the first honest sentence that comes to your mind.
We actually read those comments sometimes late at night. And honestly, they make us feel really connected to you guys.
Which still feels kind of crazy, in the best way.
And if this episode stayed with you even a little,
Then maybe send it to that one friend who always says, I'm fine, but clearly has 17 mental breakdowns per week.
Jack.
I'm just being honest.
Anyway, take care of yourselves.
And be a little kinder to your brain this week.
We'll talk to you again very soon.
Good night, everybody.
Bye, guys.